Welcome back to the GSL Code S. Artosis has a day off. I'm here with Wolf. How you doing, buddy?
Been having a really good day today. Getting to commentate Code S. We've seen some decent games. That was a really weird TVZ that we watched. But Maru came out on top, and he will advance, of course, to our final match as a result. And he could be the second Terran player to advance to the round of 16. Only a question of whether or not he can beat Hydra. Do you think he can? I think he can. I think
he can. I think Hydra's been playing considerably better than Symbol.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Especially, I mean, today Hydra played better than Symbol in the Zerg versus Zerg matchup specifically as well. Whereas this is a completely different matchup that Maru is pretty strong, and like we saw in the previous series, I think we're going to see very different series between these two, though, because Hydra's style is probably not going to be like, let's build a million Banelings and hope we can kill Maru like Symbol's style was.
Well, Symbol also could not get that fourth base up. Hydra's looking good. I think it's very good for esports and StarCraft II right now if Maru gets through.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, Hydra, of course, just wants to crush Maru and move on and get closer to possibly being a champion.
Yeah, Maru's just one stepping stone in his way.
Yeah, just an obstacle in his path.
Maru and Hydra ready here in the game, looking very focused. The map is going to be Yunsu, our two-player map here.
All right, guys, get ready. Only one Terran right now in the round of 16, and our last Terran is playing here in this best of 3. Is it going to be a Zerg moving on, or can Maru be the Terran hope? We're going to find out soon here at GOMTV.
Maru versus Hydra.
All right,
man.
We saw on this map earlier, Symbol really never took a fourth base. He never moved out of his Banelings, tech, and Maru just countered him by making siege tanks. I feel like we're going to see, like I said before, very different style out of Hydra, and we're going to see completely different series as a result. The funny thing is we've seen this type of style that Maru is playing against used by True so often, and True is Maru's teammate. And he's probably practiced pretty often against that type of style as a result.
I assume we're just going to have Maru do the Reaper opening again. Get in there, do some harass like that. By the way, guys, entry to our studio is completely free.
Yes, and you should definitely come by.
Come check it out, whether you're living in Seoul or if you ever get the chance to just visit. Seoul's definitely a good city to come visit.
Yeah, definitely stop by.
Out of the cities out here. We are at Samsung Station, out of exit 1.
Yeah, just go straight. You'll see us on the right. You see the big GOMPA. That's how you know you're there.
Yep.
Second floor. Be sure to come and
say hi. A lot
hi.
of people don't notice, but GOM is actually Korean for bear.
Yes. That's why you get that bear logo.
So, for now, we're just going to see, how much damage can the Reapers do. Nowadays Zergs are pretty much going to not lose much more than a Zergling.
Yeah, it's just a scout tactic that can also force some Zerglings and force like a Spore to be made and canceled to save a drone every now and then, depending on your control.
Yeah.
Very standard play from these two.
And then you can expand as well and be safe. So the spawning pool is getting close to being finished here. Now let's see if Maru gets 1 Reaper or if he's going to go... Okay, no, he's going to go for 2. There's probably a 3rd here.
Yeah, we've seen him actually make 3 Reapers a lot. And it can kind of throw a Zerg player off because they usually expect the 2. And when the 3rd one comes in, they can really, surprise them. He almost lost a Queen, for example, on a really large map, Altazine. Reaper sees the hatchery timing. He's also going to come here in the main base, and he wants to see how much gas has been mined.
And, does not get that drone. The drone turns into a distractor for the time being. Cancels and goes back.
No, only losing 6 minerals.
Got to be very careful, though.
Nicely done. Picks off a Ling, maybe 2.
Yeah, actually he will get 2 here. And now he sends that one drone into the gas. But, God,
nice.
That was close.
That was really close. That's about
it was like the bullet was about to leave the gun.
Yeah.
Before he actually got that spine crawl up there. Now the Lings are here to just scout and see, okay, yep, there is a command center here.
Okay, so he wasn't actually attacking the SCV. I couldn't see that.
yeah, the SCV was there at the bottom.
I mean, just looking at resources lost, you can see how much damage and how much pressure you can do with just one Reaper, because the second Reaper stays at home to ensure the command center's safety. Third CC has already started very quickly here for Maru, something that Hydra will scout in just a second. Sees it.
And this is, I think, going to be pretty effective here for Maru. This is a good map where the Terran can apply a lot of pressure on the Zerg early on. So Maru does have that going for him right here. Of course, as we've seen him do before, he's going to get the Reapers and the Hellions together, perhaps a few Banshees too, and start applying pressure, trying to punish the Zerg. The Zerg, in response, will try to get a proper surround over here. Looks like this one SCV does go down.
Yeah.
And the Hellions are out.
Hellions are out, and you basically described every TVZ that we've seen for the past 2 months.
Well, you know, with the Zergs, you know, it's a balancing act between drones and getting an economy, so you can have a strong army late game, and having enough units to defend and attack early on. So if you're making those attacking units, you're not making drones, since the source of all the Zerg units besides the Queen is the larva. So
it's a balancing act.
Yeah, it's a balancing act. And so builds like what Maru's doing allow him to, with a few very agile units, the Reaper and the Hellion, to come out to drive back the Zerg and keep the Zerg from making too many drones, while the Terran basically gets every upgrade that he can possibly get early on that's going to help.
Yeah. This matchup is really figured out right now. Oh, no, you want that to be
that was close.
He's like teasing the Zerglings with that. What's the reason why this matchup I feel is so similar every time is because it's basically been figured out. There haven't been too many changes to the units, and also you know, if you put Protoss in the mix, like Protoss versus Zerg or Protoss versus Terran, there's so many different openings the Protoss can choose from you have to be prepared for. Whereas as a Zerg player, if you have that overload there, you see the E-Bays, you see the third command center, you're like, okay, I'm safe, everything's fine.
Now the Hellions have actually gone by here.
He's
and this is where they're going to end up getting a lot of drones. The Lings are coming up now, but this could be a good angle for the Hellions to actually do a lot of damage to them. And they're coming up now, targeting down some drones. Not getting as many kills as he would have hoped for so far.
Definitely not.
Wow, you know, I thought that was going to do a lot more damage. I thought he could actually have stopped at the ramp for a second and tried to shoot at some of those Lings.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting, or at least going off creep, you know, to the top left of the base, away from the Zerglings. Even still, he's scouted the Baneling nest. He knows an aggressive timing is coming. That's why he's bunkering up like crazy right now. That's why this...
I'm sorry, please go ahead.
I
don't mean to run over you, sorry.
No, no worries. I was just going to say that's why, you know, when he sees all these Zerglings, he's like, oh, okay, my Hellions got shut down because you have so many Zerglings because you're about to attack me.
Okay, this is going to be hard to stop. Remember, he lost all those Hellions trying to do that harass. The bunkers are done, but only 2 Marines in one of them. The wall-in does come up here, but he could still manage to break through there. This is really bad news for Maru.
Yeah, he needs that bunker. It's not ready yet. The Banelings are on top of him. He's just getting crushed here. And that looks like it's going to be all she wrote, man.
Yeah, that should be it, man.
He's got no answer for this anymore.
That's it, dude. Pretty straightforward game. I mean, if he had those Hellions...
yeah, if he has those Hellions, it's much easier.
Yeah. You know, Maru took a risk sending those Hellions in instead of just applying pressure with them, and he did pay for that. Note that Hydra's making drones here. I don't think that Maru's going to survive through this, but it is telling us that he's going to probably try to build up a stronger economy in case Maru somehow survives this.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's realizing, okay, I can't kill him exactly right now, but in a few more seconds when I get my next wave, I can. There's a depot here, no full wall. Now he gets in the main base. I think he is actually just going to die here. There's no answer this time. There's no getting out of this one. I mean, he's camped.
This is it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
We don't normally see games like this.
GG. I'm getting a little bit worried for Terran right now, guys.
Yeah,
getting a little bit
fans
scared.
Are getting stressed out. Hydra doesn't all in. It's what he does. He knows his timings. He's the only player that I think I've seen in this, almost even this year, to just do a 2-base Baneling bust. We just don't see that anymore. Maru scouts it with his Hellion's dying breath, but he starts, what, 4 bunkers in a home, and they're just not ready.
He might have looked at the games that he was playing against Symbol, and noticed Symbol is getting some good surrounds, and probably thought maybe he'll get a good surround and then a counter into there. Man, okay, so we have the coach now talking to Maru.
Terran fans everywhere are getting really, really stressed out. It's getting very tense.
Yeah.
Maru was named the Terran Hope for this season. It was Byung who advanced, but, you know, if I look at it, I feel like if Maru advanced, he has a better chance of going far this tournament than Byung.
Yeah, that's what worries me is, you know, Artos and I have talked on air and off air about